excited.
Welcome, guys. I'm really excited to have you here. Are you excited to be here?
Yes!
Good job. So just a little bit of house rules before we get started. If I could ask that you just put your cell phones on silent and put them out of sight, that would be amazing. Sorry. Unless you're expecting an important call, in which case just let me know. We can work it out. Cool. Yeah. If there's questions or anything throughout the presentation, just shout them out. We're a small group, so I want to make sure that we get all your questions answered, so ask away. Participation, engagement, make sure you're having fun. If at any time you've got any confusion or anything you want to go over, just let me know and we'll go from there. All right.
Okay.
Does anyone have respiratory issues I should know about?
No.
I'm all free and clear. Okay, good to know. Nail art. You hear the term nail art. That's what we're here to talk about. Nail art basics. What do you think of if you hear the term nail art?
Drawing pictures on your nails.
Good.
Or putting stickers on your nails.
Oh,
Yes. Being fancy.
Being fancy. Good.
I think of hearts and flowers and little swirls and
What a coincidence. All things we're going to learn today.
yes,
Great.
swirls.
Oh, I thought
Squirrels.
she said squirrels.
Squirrels could be nail art too. Probably really difficult, but it could be. Yeah. What do you think of, Nariah, if you hear nail art?
I think of detailing.
Like steadiness. You've got to be really specific and steady.
Being different, standing out in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Being special.
Special, I like that word. Unique. Yeah. Do you guys have experience with nail art yet?
A little bit.
I've never done nail art. I've only just painted my nails.
Okay. That's a good start.
I've always been scared of it. I get it done outside, and typically it does cost quite a bit. So
It can be very expensive. Have you done nail art?
I occasionally do a
Yeah. You dabble.
Yeah.
That's good. I started with dabbling. I've been doing nail art for probably 10 or 15 years now. I just do it at home. I'm too cheap because, like you said, it can be really expensive, so I just figure it out at home. YouTube is a great resource. You can see different videos, things like that. So today I'm just going to teach you some basics. The skills you're going to learn today are basically worked into any type of nail art that you can learn online, and so you'll be able to practice at home. Okay. So today I'll show you what we are going to learn. These are our goals of the course, or this session. The first, you're going to be able to describe the steps for nail preparation. So before you do nail art, you've got to get your nails ready and prepared to have the art applied so it's lasting, teach you the foundation. You're going to learn how to apply nail polish. So I'm going to teach you the push-pull method. Does anyone know about the push-pull method yet?
No.
Good. See some interest. Excellent. You're going to practice nail art basics. And when I say basics, I'm talking dots and lines. That's the foundation of any nail art, is making a dot, making a line, and then some type of intricate details are added onto dots and lines. So basic foundation. After that, you'll practice creating a nail art flower and a nail art heart, just like Caitlin had mentioned earlier. So let's start with nail preparation. What are some of the things you think you need to do to get your nails ready for nail art?
File them.
File them, it's a good one. I have a handy dandy file here. Did you all get to file your nails before you came?
Yes.
Why do we want to file nails?
To give them a nice shape.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
What else?
paint base coat.
Yeah, base coat, good one. I have, this is the top end base coat. So can you explain for anyone that doesn't know what's a base coat? She's like, I don't know.
I know that it preps your nails. It makes it look, it makes your nail polish last a little bit longer, and it prevents your nails from being damaged.
Perfect, yeah, it's a really good explanation.
Doesn't it also smooth out your nails too if you ever have any ridges or bumps on your nails?
Yep, excellent. Filing and base coat together are what kind of makes your nails the cleanest and ready to prepare. So filing will get rid of any ridges, get the hangnails taken out. Base coat just smooths it out so your paint has something to stick to.
What about pushing your cuticles back?
Yep, push those cuticles down. Part of filing, you want to push them down and out of the way to make sure you have a nice clean surface to work with. Yeah. So you guys basically nailed everything in nail prep. So I'll just show you an easy, handy tool for you to remember. Clean, dry hands. This is one that we missed. Very, very important step. You want to wash, dry your hands, make sure you have no lotion. Thoughts about why?
Does the lotion make the nail polish not stick to your nails as well? adheres to your nails as well, you might say.
You're right, it doesn't adhere to your nails. So the lotion, basically, it's like putting a layer between your nail polish and the nail polish will just flake right off. It'll chip off down the road. Also, if the nail lotion hasn't dried when you're applying the polish, your nail polish brush will just slip right out of your hand. It's messy. I've done that. It's not a good scene. So you want to wash and dry your hands. File your nails, which you touched on. So you can do any shape you want. You can have square, round. There's a whole bunch of different shapes. There's DuckTales. Have you guys seen DuckTales, the new one?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
They're absolutely horrendous.
They are.
What are DuckTales?
Actually, are they duck bills?
Duck bills. Duck something. We'll double check later. But basically, they look like this. This is your finger. There's your nail. So I'm not going to teach you how to do that because of the look on your face right
So
now.
you file it in that shape?
Yeah, they're
It's
usually
like an
fake
upside down
nails.
triangle.
It's like the opposite of like the pointy witch nails,
Yep.
basically.
It's all the rage. You like it, right?
How do
It's
you?
very New Jersey.
They'd have to be really long. Like how do you
Yes.
do?
They're pretty long.
Oh,
yeah.
are they only fake nails? Like how do you do
Yeah.
that?
Fake nails.
Okay.
I wouldn't ever want to put you through that with your real nails. They'll probably really damage them.
Yeah. Figured.
So we're not going to do this. Let's say no
Let's put a
duck
bit
nails.
extra. Good.
No.
Ew.
We say no.
We say no. But we do want to file our nails, right? We want to make sure that they're clean, they're to our likings. Perfect. You can apply your base coat, which we already talked about. Just a clear coat gets everything ready. And last but not least, you want to use quality tools. What are some of the tools that you know of that are used in nail art?
Paintbrushes.
Paintbrushes, yeah. What else?
Toothpicks.
Yep, toothpicks can be used. It's basically just another paintbrush.
I've seen those like nail polishes that have like the pointed tips on them and
Yep.
you squeeze them kind of thing.
Yep, they're like a pen.
Yeah.
A nail polish pen.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
I haven't
really
seen
handy.
I've seen those, yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else?
Gems.
Gems.
Ooh, yeah.
I love gems.
Sparkles.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen people with like little rings in their nails.
Yeah, you can pierce them.
Or like
Paintbrushes,
plastic
things like
flowery kind of.
Yep, the
sorts of
3D. You can do
doodads.
pearls. You
Yeah.
can use glue and put pearls on there. There's all kinds of different things you can use.
stickers.
Stickers, yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's a good one. To start, just normal nail tools. So, nail clippers, obviously. A little pick, so you can dig out all the cuties under your nail. Get those out. We've got files, which we talked about. I think earlier mentioned was a cuticle trimmer. So just to push down your cuticles and trim them.
Can I have that?
Yes. Yeah.
Which one?
I got a cuticle. So brushes came up. I heard brushes a little bit earlier. Use of brushes. What do we use brushes for when we're doing nail art? Anyone?
Our lines and dots.
Yeah, our lines and dots.
Fine details.
Yeah, the fine details. What else?
Well, we use it for actually applying the base coat of nail polish.
Yeah. Use it for the base coat. You use brushes for the top coat. You use the brushes for the color. You use brushes your main tool when you're doing nail art. You're going to use it for just about everything. So I'm going to teach you how to make your own nail art brush. Oh, actually 2 different nail art brushes. Awesome. So in your cups, you should have a pair of scissors, and you should have 2 brushes. Yes. So first, I'm going to show you how to make a dotting brush, and I'm going to just show you an example. These are dotting brushes. You want to look at that one and pass it around to Tara? You can look at this one.
Cool.
So this is basically the most basic brush that you can create. It's just for dots. That's really the only purpose of a dotting brush. We're going to make one. So do you all have the white brush?
Where did you get these brushes from?
Good question. The dollar store.
Oh.
Again, I mentioned that I'm pretty thrifty. It's like that is at the dollar store. I will point out though that when you're brush shopping, I'm going to show you. This is the type of brush you do not want. So feel that one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, like the really soft ones.
No. These
Oh.
are like the really coarse plastic ones.
Why do you think we don't want to use those?
We'll make a mess.
True story. These ones actually the bristles fall right out. I
Oh,
washed
yeah.
them before
Yeah.
you came.
One of them just fell out.
Yeah, they
2
fall
of
right
them.
out. And how's that going to affect your nail art?
It's gonna get all
Ruin
gunky
it.
and stuck in your
It's
nails.
going to get all gunky.
Bad
That's
idea.
right. So the ones that you have, you'll notice the white one is still pretty firm. The bristles are pretty firm. They bounce back. If you want to feel the dark one, it's softer. So the dark one you're gonna use for lines, because it's a nice soft
Did you get these all in one package?
Yes.
Okay.
This was $1.50 and you got 15 brushes.
15.
15.
Wow.
Do
Okay.
we get to keep them?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so let's go back to our white brush. All right, and I'm gonna show you a quick demo and then you're gonna get to practice. The paper towel is perfect for cutting brushes because it'll catch all the bristles and we can just fold it up and throw it out after. So when you're doing the dot brush, you wanna pull all the bristles up. You guys wanna do this with me? Yeah, and you can kind of twist them a little bit just to make sure they're standing as straight as you can get them.
Okay.
You just cut it. That's it. So you're gonna go pretty close to the base. If you want to look at the sample again, you can just to sort of gauge out how close to the base it should be. And you just do one cut across.
Is that the good scissors? Those are hair cutting.
I got some more if you want some too.
What if my bristles are not perfectly straight? I should probably try
Glad
to
you
make them.
pointed that out. There are more steps to cutting a dot brush.
Okay.
So once you've cut off the main bristles, looks like we're all good. What you want to do is you'll see, so see mine is not straight across. It's
Yeah.
got like a,
Yeah.
I'm sure yours kind of has similar.
Yeah.
Like maybe. Just like that. So you want to kind of straighten it out. All that I do is I angle my brush, my scissors like this, and spin the brush as you're cutting.
Oh.
So you're kind of tapering it in.
You know what? These are not very good scissors.
These two. Taper. You can keep going around. Good nail brushes have barely any bristles. So honestly, if you think you're cutting too much, you're not. You just keep cutting.
I guess the more you cut off, the smaller the circles too.
Where
Got
did
it.
you learn this?
The internet.
YouTube? Or just
The internet and practice. I used to use just toothpicks, and you'll notice toothpicks are such a sharp tip that they only make one really small dot, where this brush you have a lot more flexibility that you can make big dots, small dots, wherever you need.
Does it need to be perfectly straight across?
Yes, but we'll do that at the end. So if you can taper it, I'll show you one more trick at the end. Let's see. Oh, that's really good.
how does mine look?
Nice, good taper.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I knew it looked good.
Oh,
That's
this
why
is
I
a
wanted
good-
you to see it.
You just bragging?
Yeah.
That's good. It's always good to be proud of your work.
What do you think of that? More?
Oh, no, this is really good. Good, this looks great. Okay,
True.
so one more move. So you think you're done, but you're not. There's always one secret hair that sticks out the middle that you can't even see, and it ruins your art. Ruins it, so you want to fix that. All you do, don't cut the brush, just along the top. It looks like you're just skimming along the top, and you'll get that invisible hair.
Can I borrow those scissors?
Can I get another drink, please?
Yes. What do you have? Here. The joys of working in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Y'all get our secret
I
hair?
think I got it.
You wouldn't know if you did until you
No, I guess
painted your
not.
nails. If you, honestly, if you just kind of snip along, anything that's there will get cut.
Okay.
You can trust
I'm good.
it's done.
Thanks.
I'm sure.
Thank you. So, we're all feeling good? Let's see. That's really good. So test it, put it on your nail, and just feel what it would feel like to do a dot.
Oh, it feels good, yeah.
That's
Very dot-like.
Oh, good. Very cool.
Like a good dab.
There you go.
That's so easy.
So easy. Anyone could do it. All right, ready for the next one? It's a little bit more complicated, but not difficult. It's just a few more steps. So we're going to be able to make lining brushes, and I'll show you. Here's one if you want to look at. Here's one if you want to look at this one together.
Okay.
This is a lining brush.
Oh, wow.
Very skinny.
Yeah, you cut a lot off.
These ones get real small. So with lining brushes, less hair is better
Okay.
because you want to have just a few hairs when you're painting. And here's how you do a lining brush. So you're going to take your dark brush, and this is the softer bristles because when you're making a line, you want the brush to really just kind of softly drift along the finger, where with the dot you have a little bit more firm push. So you want to have a softer bristle. When you're doing one of these, you want to flatten it. So I'm actually squeezing it and flattening. So if you look at it in one direction, it'll be thinner than the other. You want to flatten it out, almost like the duck nail. So I'll flatten one direction. Okay. So with this one, it's a little different because you want to basically work through cutting half the bristles at a time. So if I take the brush and it's flat now, and I turn it so that it's skinny, and I stick my scissors just through the middle half. So if you see up top, I've got half the bristles on each side of the brush, or on each side of the scissors, like that. And then you just cut. So now I have like half the brush. So if you look, see how half of the bristles are gone, but half are there?
Yep.
So did you put the scissors in like this
So look
way
at-
or that way?
If you put it that way. So you want to turn it this way.
Okay.
So you want the skinny
So
side to
then
be
yeah, I'll
facing
put
you.
the scissors in this way,
So if you
right?
look at this, you'll see half the bristles are gone.
Hey.
Give it a shot. And don't worry if you think you took too much, you didn't.
We're gonna take more.
Yeah, you're gonna take way more after. Good.
Okay.
No. Oh, I didn't take enough.
I don't think I took enough either.
Well, that's okay, we're gonna keep trucking.
Okay.
Don't worry. So once you've done the first cut, flatten it out again,
Do the same thing
do the
again.
same thing. Turn it so that the short end's there, cut it down again. Nice and close to the base. Cut it again. And you just keep doing that. You keep flattening it out, turning it, cutting it. Flat, turn, cut. So you only have about 8 hairs left.
It feels funny cutting the brush, like I'm not supposed to be doing it. You're ruining school property.
You feel real bad.
How's that?
Good.
Do I need to cut more?
Yes.
Do I need?
Cut probably, you could probably do this in half once more.
What about mine? A little bit more?
You're getting there, yeah. Probably
Half?
just half, another half. Half more. Oh, yeah, yeah, about half. That's really good.
Sorry.
Alright. You could probably do a little bit less than half. Just a little bit more.
Like that?
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
Great.
Me.
Yeah. That one's good.
More?
Okay, that's perfect.
This does feel wrong.
Ooh, this one's nice. I would use this one.
So you wouldn't use mine?
No.
Or mine? You said it was good.
I use them all.
Tara, can I see yours? Ooh. She's got way less than I do.
Less is best.
Okay, then I'm gonna trim
Should be
more
our
of mine.
nail art model.
Yeah.
Less
I
is
want mine
best.
to look like hers.
Me too.
Okay,
Great.
feeling great.
Great
Really
job,
well.
Tara.
Good job.
Okay.
We are almost done.
Alright, I'm happy.
Me too.
Are you feeling happy, Naraya? Yep. Good.
Now I'm scared this hair is gonna get in my nail polish.
I know.
You'll be all right.
Keeping my workspace
We're
tidy.
gonna throw all this out after, so don't worry. Okay, so there's 2 more steps with creating this brush.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
not quite done. You still want to taper it, same as what we did with the other one. So lean your brush a bit and just spin along the top and taper just the tip. Just so that all the hairs are slightly tapered into a point.
Yeah, there's a few flyaways.
And don't forget to get your secret hair at the very end. Just a quick snip along the top, just to make sure that there's nothing sticking out.
Can I please borrow your scissors again?
Yes.
I should have worn my glasses. I didn't know we were getting so intricate.
Glasses.
I can't see.
Okay. Let's see. This is really good, Caitlin. Terrific. Good taper. Another solid taper.
We're pretty good at it.
Mine were really
Thank
bad
you.
when I first started.
This is really neat. I didn't realize that you did this, like you made them yourself. I thought that you bought them.
You can do your own, because when you buy them, you have to buy all the different sizes. Where if you make your own, you can just make them according to whatever you want. It's good.
And you save so much more money.
Well, if you can get 15 for $1.50, imagine.
But are the 15 all small, or do they do like
It
the big
had
ones too?
a mix. There was about 6 small, and then the rest were big.
Okay.
But even these, you can cut down.
Right.
I have one example brush. This was a makeup brush that used to be really big, then I cut it down really small.
The only problem with those big ones is that they're really long, so it might get kind of hard to.
Because some people like it that way.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Here's a big one that was cut really small. Just how big there it is. So let's wrap up our paper towel, get all those hairs out of the way, because just like Shannon said, we don't want to ruin our polish. And I can take the bundles and just toss them for you. And I recommend that you do this over paper towel at home, because it gets everywhere. Thanks.
You'll vacuum later.
Okay, feeling good. We got our brushes done. Ready to talk about polish. So we've all picked out our colors. See? Yes, good. So I'm going to show you the polish method first on how to apply polish, the most effective way to apply polish. And we called it the push-pull method. And I believe nobody had heard of it. All right? Great. Teach you something. Do you mind if I move this? No. Just so everybody can see. Can everybody see if I have my hand like this? Yep. Okay. So when you're applying polish, first you want to shake it. So you want to go like this. Just put it on your wrist, because you don't want to get any bubbles or gunks. This also moves any bubbles up through so that there's no bubbles that come out on your nail, because they surprise you and ruin everything. So when you're doing the push-pull method, what you want to do, you never want to go right to your cuticle. You want to go about a millimeter and a half from your cuticle, and then push into your cuticle and pull back out. So if you go all the way to your cuticle, it's going to gunk up over the edges, and then it looks not so fancy. But if you apply the push-pull method effectively, it's gorgeous. So when I'm applying polish, I only take it off one side. So some people dip it in and go like this on each side of the bottle. I just dip it in and go on one side so that the polish is all on the back.
Oh, you don't scrape off the back side. Okay.
And just kind of one. So when you're doing the push-pull, you want to go close to your cuticle, push it down, pull it up.
Okay.
So push it down, pull it up, push it down, and pull it up. You'll notice that took 3 stripes. You want to go down the middle, down each side. That's it. So you want to do that to all your nails, then do it again for a second coat.
Okay.
Do you want to see it again?
Sure.
Okay, so we just take off one side.
And then you're applying the side that has all the polish
Yep,
on it.
that's
Right,
down.
okay.
Do you want to do the middle first?
It's easiest to blend. Because basically you're pulling what's in the middle out to the sides. And it's okay because you'll see it's kind of like sheer. It's not completely opaque, or it's not completely covered yet, because we're going to do another coat anyway. Right? So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and try the push-pull technique on your nails.
What happens if you do like just one really thick coat?
You could, some people do. I like to do 2 coats because it allows more dry time in the middle. And if you do 1 thick coat, it's hard to keep it consistent with all your nails the same thickness. Or if you do 2 thin coats, it's pretty consistent. I like that color. It reminds me of summer. Pretty cool.
The hot pink.
Yep.
Push and pull.
Push and pull. And go nice and slow. There's no rush. The main reason that people get it all over their fingers is just they think that they have to rush. But nail polish can be really relaxing if you just take your time, nice and slow.
Now you mentioned earlier that we'll ask all of us if any of us had respiratory issues.
Yes.
Is that because nail polish is very pungent in smell and it can really affect people who have respiratory issues?
Yes, you're absolutely right. It can be difficult. I just have some masks, so if anybody has any issues, we could just wear a mask, and then you can still partake.
That was very thoughtful of you.
It's just not as intense. Thanks.
What is your favorite brand of nail polish to use? What do you feel goes on the best?
I really like Essie, the new one. Well, it's new to me. ESSIE. It's really good. It's like mid-range price as well. And OPI is really good, but it can be expensive.
I like Revlon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So that's what you're using right now?
Cheap,
I like Revlon too. At Christmas time, they had like a blowout sale on all their nail polish and they were $2.
Actually, that's when I find I buy my nail polish the most, like
At
during
Christmas?
Christmas time. I buy these little bottles because
The little ones are good,
Yeah.
and they don't dry out.
and then I buy the sample little packs.
Danielle, do you know a method for undunking your nail polish up? Like if your nail polish bottle is kind of chunky and gross? Do you have any tips?
I can find some out for you, maybe send you an email.
May I
Do you have
share a
any
tip
ideas?
that I have?
Yes, you may.
I was given this tip not too long ago, that if you put your nail polish in like a cup, and then you put really hot water, like even boiling water, over it, it'll heat up the nail polish and it turns liquidier again.
It's a really good idea.
Yes,
I usually just throw it out.
it works. I tried it, so. I also heard you could do the same thing with mascara. Not true, so don't try that.
I was like,
It worked for one time, and then it instantly, like it went really liquidy, and then I could put it on nicely, but then it sort of hardened and it turned gunky, and then the mascara was ruined, so.
That's not a good story.
No. But the nail polish did work, and it's not gunky anymore.
What do you recommend for when you get nail polish on your skin, around your nail?
Nail polish remover. So
Okay.
I have some Q-tips. So when we're finished, what I recommend is never try to fix it in the middle of doing your nails. Just let it be. When your nails are completely dry, you can wash your hands. So most of the time that gets off about 90% of any gunk, but if there's anything left, just a quick Q-tip and you're good. I usually do it the next morning. I paint my nails before I go to bed, let them dry, and then when I wake up, you can just use a Q-tip and you're good to go.
It's so much harder to paint the right hand.
Yes, it takes a lot of practice, although you're doing well.
So what's your favorite thing to paint on your nails?
Good question. Probably flowers. I do a lot of flowers. And I do a lot of different flowers. So I just go online and look up different types of flowers. And do
Oh, I didn't know there was lots of different types of flowers you could do.
the ones that I have, so the ones that are up here, these are things that you'll be able to do after today's session. But there's a lot more online that are a little bit more complicated. There's more bits to them. But once you practice these ones, you can do any of them really. I like doing themed nails too, like Valentine's Day and Christmas.
Orange on Halloween.
Yeah, and Halloween nails.
have you ever done nails for other people?
Yes, sometimes they're not good and sometimes they're really good. It depends. I honestly find that I can do my own hands better than anyone's.
That makes sense.
It's like the angle of another person's hand. But again, it's just practice. It wasn't always easy to do mine.
It's like doing your hair.
Yep.
I can do my hair better than
Yep.
doing someone else's.
I can't curl someone else's hair, but I can curl my own hair.
Yeah, definitely.
Oops. It's looking good, ladies.
So how long do you suggest to let it dry before you do the next coat?
I don't wait at all. I paint them all, and then I just do the other one, and then I let that dry for about 3 or 4 minutes. I find the tackier, like if it's just tacky, kind of sticky, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and put it on. As long as it's not, you're not doing one nail and then doing it again.
Yeah.
But once you've gone through all 10 nails, you can go right
I
away.
don't know if I need another coat. This stuff's really thick.
No, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
It goes on really thick.
Some polishes you need to do 3 or 4 coats, and others you just need 1. Most are 2. You can do
Another
it.
reason I like the Revlon stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very thick.
What would you say is the hottest color of the season?
Oh, neon is in right now. Your eyes got a young one knows.
She knows what's hip.
She knows what's hip. Neon. Actually, neon and flat matte colors. So like flat. Here's a flat black. Just no shine to it. Those are really hip right now.
No shine.
No shine.
Interesting. I've never really seen those before.
I see black a lot.
Oh.
Or they're doing black, so the flat black and then a shiny color on the tip. So, but of the same color, so like a shiny black on a matte black.
Ah, that sounds interesting. Oh,
Sharp.
I think I have seen that in a fashion magazine.
High-tech nails.
I think I've seen a velvet nail in Sephora. They have a velvet nail polish.
Velvet?
cool.
I don't know what that would look like.
No, that sounds really neat.
Like it's soft? Like a piece of
Um,
velvet?
It just made your nails look like it was
Textured?
like textured.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, I really like that color.
Is that what
that actually called?
Yeah, I think I buy
Can I
nail
see this
polish
one?
like based off of the
The name?
Yeah.
Cute little bottle.
Mine's called Hawaiian Punch.
That's a really good one too, kind of thing.
China glaze, yes.
This one is like a copycat of China Glaze. $2 at Target. Still really good. I really like this stuff. It's called Sinful Colors. And this one is Endless Blue.
I like these ones. I've never used Varbeff, but it's nice how it's so thick.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to coat.
Depends
Especially
also
on the
shade.
color, yeah. The lighter shades than we usually do.
Like a pale white or pale pink. You probably need a couple. So while our nails are drying, if you're still finishing up, go ahead. I can just show you some other types of nail polish because we talked about velvet nail polish. There's a few, I have 5 just samples that I could show you. And I'll pass them around if you want to see them. So the first I have glow in the dark. Have you guys seen glow in the dark before? Glow in the dark polish.
Cool.
Basically, you just hold it up to a light and it glows in the dark.
Very
You want to pass that one around? Careful not to get your nails mucked up. Of
Will it
course.
glow orange?
This one will glow. It's just a glow in the dark shade, so kind of like
Yellow?
yellowish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's really neat if you do art with it because then your art will kind of glow in the night.
Secret art.
Secret art. That's a good way to put it.
Ooh.
We've got crackle polish.
Ah.
Have you guys used crackle?
I have tried to, and it was not very,
Oh, fancy.
very
Didn't
good.
turn out very
Didn't
well?
turn out very well.
No. You want to start with this
But
one?
I have seen people wearing it where it did turn out well. Oh, this is great.
Crackle is basically you put it on and then there's a chemical reaction, so it crackles over your base coat. So if you did hot pink on the bottom and then put black crackle on top, the black would crackle and you'd see the hot pink through. It's very trendy. Magnetic paint. This one I think is really cool. Okay. They come with a magnet, so this one has one on top, or sometimes they're a separate attachment. But basically you paint your nails and then you put the magnet over top and it will, a chemical reaction again, will create a different pattern. So this one is, if you'll notice, you might not be able to see it, but it's squiggly lines.
Right.
So this one will make a squiggly line on your nails.
I've seen that before. That's so cool.
It's
Yes,
neat.
I've got one that's animal print.
There's
Oh,
one that's
neat.
squiggles on it.
Danielle gave it to me.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And is this expensive?
No, not really, no.
It's like the patterns in the magnet, and then so if you put the magnet right on top, and just hold it there, it just
You have to hold the magnet for about 5 seconds. And with this, you'll notice that it has like a place for your fingernail. It kind of has a little cup, so you put that on your cuticle. So you have to keep it pretty darn close to your nail to actually make it work. You just put that on your cuticle.
Oh.
Pretty neat.
Do you have to wait till your nail polish is completely dried to
Good
magnetize
question.
it?
No, you want to do it before. So you apply
Oh.
one coat, apply a second coat, put your magnet on.
Oh.
This is one that I actually do one nail at a time. So I paint a nail, I paint all my nails, and then I do one, put the magnet. Do the other one, put the magnet.
So you paint your entire first coat,
Yeah.
and then you would go one by one with your second coat.
You got it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have tried before, and by the time I get to the 10th nail, it's dry, and I couldn't magnetize it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
real clever. Sparkle. This is my favorite. Really difficult to get off. This one is called Diamond Strength, no chip. The sparkle is really good for no chip because it's really difficult to come off. Even with nail polish remover, it's really hard. It's really good for toes because you want to have like it's long lasting. You don't want to keep redoing your toenails all the time. But sparkle paint, you usually need 3 or 4 layers of it in order to get the full sparkle effect. And this one was new to me. I saw it at Shoppers Drug Mart. This is textured. It's called Sugar Shimmer. And if you feel this one, it's actually textured.
Whoa, well, that's weird.
The container has the texture on it.
Oh yeah.
I think that might
What's
bother
the
me.
point?
Just to be trendy, I guess.
Have you ever seen the new trend of the stickers that go right over your nail? It's just like a little thin
Oh,
sticker.
I got some.
Do you have
And it's
some?
got like a pattern on it.
I've seen them, but I've never tried.
I did it once and it was pretty neat. It stayed on for like over a week. It was like a week and a half.
Pretty cool. Oh, cool. Do you mind if I pass them around?
No, go ahead.
They're cool.
Oh, nice.
So you just stick them on?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, Caitlin? Because they look bigger than my nail. Can you cut them?
What you do is you
Oh,
put
you
the
do.
stickers on.
Yeah.
And then you fold them over your nail and you take a nail file and you just file it at the fold and then it just peels right off.
What if
It's
they're
kind of like, you know, when you fold paper a few times and then it rips easily?
Yeah.
It's like that.
they're too wide for your nails? I guess you just trim them on the side then with a
You
scissors
just,
probably.
usually there's
how
one
to
that
use?
fits.
Start with clean, dry nails.
Oh, we learned that today.
Remove top clear film, peel strip away from backing, place strip on nail and smooth.
That's very cool.
Crease strip at nail edge, file off excess in a downward motion.
Yeah, there's always like one that fits your nail base pretty much. Pretty close. That's neat that you bought those.
I didn't, they were in my stocking for Christmas.
You haven't used them yet?
No,
They're fun, you'll like it.
She says, I didn't.
Why?
I don't know, I don't like them. Would you
Like
like
it?
it?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you not like the idea of that technique or you don't like the pattern?
I don't like the patterns.
I like this one.
You like this one?
Yeah, I don't like the gold.
I'll take the gold then. You can have that one.
All right.
Awesome. Very
Perfect.
good. So we all
Sharing.
got a base coat and I guess they're not base and top or coat 1 and coat 2. Let's get into the fun stuff, shall we?
Yes.
Let's get into the nail art. So we are going to start with preparation, and you have asked what are these playing cards for. I will tell you. This is your palette. So this is what you're going to put your color on when you're doing nail art. So one of the biggest questions that I get asked is how do you get the nail polish on the brush without covering the brush with polish? And I do that with a palette. So I will show you what I do.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you the flower we're going to start with. So you'll be using the two colors that you're going to make with your flower. So I'm going to make a white flower on a blue background. And I'm going to do a pink center. So you want to shake out your color. You undo the lid. Can everybody see?
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is drop it on your palette. And you use that drop to pick up your paint rather than the bottle.
So for a few good dollops.
Probably about 3 for your main color. For your dot, you just need 1 because you're only going to do 1 dot or 2 dots perhaps. There you go. So that's all the polish that I would need if I was going to do flowers. You guys want to make your palettes?
Yes.
Can I have the white, please? Yes.
I can't decide if I should do a pink flower or a purple flower.
You could do one of each.
Oh,
We've
man.
got 10 wheels. Just a little dab.
Is there a specific finger that typically nail art goes on?
Absolutely not. It is up to you. You could have a preference. I like to do my ring finger and my thumb on one hand, and then I like to do the pointer on the other hand because I don't like symmetry. Some people like it perfectly symmetrical, so they do the same on each side. Good. This is for your dot. There's a flower. You might want a little bit more because it dries out. Because you're putting it on a palette, it'll dry to the palette, and then you won't be able to pick it up.
Substantial?
Yep.
So
That looks good.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna mess it up.
Don't be nervous. We've got nail polish remover. Everything is fine. We're safe.
I think Justin, when I screw up one nail,
you make them use the
I'm
nail
like,
polish
can you
remover?
please remove this for me? Because you don't want to touch the nail polish remover with your other nails, right?
You just had to do that for me before.
Yeah.
All right, so we have got our palette. So now let's practice some dots. So you have wax paper. It's best to practice on wax paper before you move on to the real stuff.
Why wax paper?
It's just, it kind of mimics a nail, I find. Paper sinks right through and it'll go onto whatever's underneath.
Right.
Wax paper won't sink through and it kind of has the same texture-ish as a nail, closer than paper. So we're gonna start with the dot. So you wanna have your dotting brush When you're dipping it in the paint, you don't want to go all the way up to the metal, because if it touches the metal, all that will drip down onto your art. So you just want to just touch it in the paint.
Will we be using this brush for the flower petals as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so is there gonna be a way to clean it in between?
Yeah, paper towel.
All right.
Good question.
Okay.
So if you just dip it in and then just make a dot, practice making dots. You want to put a paint on every time you make a dot. Usually the same brush can't make 2 or 3 dots. It can, but they fade in color. So you want to,
They get smaller too.
yes. Oh, good job. Nice. I see Caitlin's doing big dots, small dots. Shannon's made a flower.
Oh, look at you.
That's better than your dot.
Shut up.
Oh, nice.
Only 1 dot per paint dip.
No, I can do lots.
Oh,
Multi-size.
she just said to do 1.
Do you remember why I said to do one, Shannon?
Um,
Do you know, Caitlin?
Yes, you said because usually the paint, there's not quite enough paint on the brush.
So if there is enough paint, go for it. If there's not enough paint, yeah, grab some more. All right. So the question came up, how do we switch colors when we've got paint on our brush? That's what the paper towel is for. I find if you just kind of drag it along the paper towel, that's all you need to do. Because you're going to be applying paint again, it doesn't really matter if there's paint on it. I don't suggest you use nail polish remover in the middle, because on your second coat, it's going to have nail polish remover in it, and it's going to mess up your nail polish.
What about water?
It won't really take it off, and then the water will get on your nails, and it'll cause a really nice pattern. There's a technique that uses water, but
But it'll like water down the nail polish, right?
Yeah.
And it,
won't be the
Share?
best thing.
oh,
Yeah, sorry.
Sure
Shouldn't
thing.
specify. Let's share.
sharing.
Matt, remember what I shared with you?
So let's practice some line. So if you pull your line brush,
I feel like I have paper towels stuck in my nail brush now. I guess I was pushing too hard.
a good lesson for all of us. Just a nice light drag.
Okay. I guess
Is
it's
that?
done.
I have another brush. I can do it. No?
That's good.
So when you're doing lines, if you want to take your line brush, you want to always pull your line brush straight and twist it again so that it's kind of as straight as you can get it. Okay. And when you're doing lines, I like to stick it in the side and twist it a bit to get the paint on the brush. And then you just make a line. And this is one that you really want to get more paint between each line, because it will fade partway through your line. If it fades while you're making a line, just go ahead and go back over the same spot.
Dots are easier than lines.
I agree.
Yes, they
Lines
are.
are very tricky.
Lines are challenging. That's where your brush really comes in, that you'll want to practice making a brush that works best for you and the lines that you're going to make. It's definitely one of the harder.
I see why you want a softer brush for this.
Yes. It just kind of, you want it to just drag through. Oh, good. You're making shapes.
All sorts of fun patterns.
Nice. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Adding a leaf to a flower. Nice. Okay. Are you guys ready to learn an actual piece of nail art?
Yes.
Yes. Yay.
Shall we do a flower?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll show you a flower first on the nail, and then I'll give you a chance to make a flower for practice.
Yeah, lines are hard.
They are very hard. Most of what we're doing today is dots, so.
Should we wipe our brushes off while we're
Please,
watching you?
yes. Good call on your paper towel.
Now, is the paint that's on there right now not going to harden the brush and make it harder for us to use it next time?
It can, but when we're finished, you just run them underwater. Okay, that's it. And what's nice is even when there's paint on it, it doesn't affect how the brush works, except for the line brush. The line brush, you want to get all the paint out. But for a daughter, it's fine, because you want something hard anyway. So when you're doing a flower on your nail, you want to stick your dot brush in your paint, and you want to do one dot. You then want to do another dot beside it. Basically, a flower is just 5 dots in the shape of a flower. So you have 5 dots like so. 5 dots, 5 dots, 5, and 5. It's not that spectacular yet.
Okay.
The secret is the two.
So you want the dots to be really close together?
Up to you. Sometimes you can have them far apart, sometimes you can have them close. So this one here has farther apart dots,
Okay,
and then
right.
this one here has them touching.
Okay.
So whatever you want. You let it dry. You still want it to be tacky, but you do let it dry a bit. And then you take your toothpick, stick it in the center of the dot, and drag that into the center of the flower. So it kind of picks up the blue paint or your base paint. And you do that for all 5. And drag it. Make it all tacky.
Very nice. Okay. Looks gorgeous.
And last but not least, you take your other color. Oops, I should have cleaned that up. Oops. So, there you go. You take your center color, which for now is a little bit tacky because we haven't used it yet. And you just put a dot in the middle. And then that's it. You've made a flower.
Very nice.
You guys want to practice one on your own?
Yes.
No, oh my gosh, okay.
Oh gosh.
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
How come you do the outside first and the center last?
Because the outside, you're gonna pull with the toothpick, and when you pull with the toothpick, it can pull the color underneath through. So when you put the dot on the middle, it kind of just seals it. It pushes everything back down in the middle.
Yeah.
You might need to put more paint on your palette.
Okay. Don't be nervous, guys.
That's the spirit.
Nail art is removable.
True, it is.
Well, feels so great.
What's not great about it?
I don't know, it's just kind of smushed together.
I think that's cute. And then if you want, you could add another flower beside it.
Okay.
You're doing good, Shannon.
Thanks.
You're pretending that you were scared because you're doing good. Yeah. Nice and pretty. Very nice. We all have toothpicks.
Okay, so is this one?
Yes. And once you pull it together, it'll look more like a flower.
Okay. And a nice center color.
Oh, I actually have instructions. If you forget. Sorry, guys. You guys are all doing very well without instructions.
That's so good, right?
That is so good.
Let me see.
It looks like a sticker.
Oh wow, that one looks like
Wow,
a
Shannon.
starfish.
Oh,
I didn't
yours
even
is
put the
good
middle in yet.
too. Hers looks like a sticker too.
Oh wait, oh
starfish.
shoot, I put the
That's
middle
really
in
good.
before I...
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I didn't have these up for you.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's still fixable. You can still, if you drag the black out, you might not even need a center dot. It would be like a Hawaiian flower instead of a basic flower.
My new hobby.
Good job. Oh, nice. Nicely played, kids. So, when you're finished with your flowers, I'll teach you one more, and then I'll give you some time to make whatever you choose.
Can I try another one, or?
You will have time to do a flower after.
Oh wait.
I'm gonna quickly show you a heart, which is a mixture of lines and dots.
Oh.
So we're gonna try a line now. And then you'll be able to practice. Okay, you guys wanna see this one?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a pink heart, actually.
That looks good. Mine are too close together.
My dot's not centered enough.
Practice
Oh,
makes
it's a big dot, yeah.
Okay, so when you're doing a heart is 3 dots and 2 lines, and then you just kind of fill in the middle. So
Okay.
I show you. You want to do first a bigger dot than before. So I would say dot, like so, and you'll notice I'm kind of dabbing this one because I'm making it bigger. Y'all see that? And then you just do another bigger circle, same size right beside it. You do a small little circle just down at the bottom. That's going to be the tip of your flower, or sorry, your heart. And then your lines come in. So you just want to basically connect the bottom dot up to the top dot. You do that on both sides. Like that. And then just fill it in with your line brush. And then you have a heart.
Is it okay if we have our heart facing the other way?
Yes, you can do whatever you want. However you want. I'll give you guys time to practice. And I have also instructions for the heart if you need it. Get it? Whatever your heart wants?
That's a good
one,
one.
Danielle.
Good one.
She's funny and talented.
So what got you into nail art? I don't know.
She's girly.
And yeah, I guess I just wanted flowers on my nails, and my mom probably wouldn't take me to the salon. I was pretty young when I started.
Is that a big enough dot? Maybe bigger?
Nope, that's really good. That's good.
I'm going for the left hand again because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, me too. What have you done?
You're like very small.
I can show you some techniques to fix it after.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I can show you different secrets.
It's gonna be a really big heart.
It's okay, lots of love.
Okay. Oh boy.
Did you do your lines?
I'm working
Oh,
on
we're
it.
working on it. Ooh.
Sorry, what was the, okay, and then the center.
This can just fill it in. We would start from the bottom, yeah. Here's the bottom.
It's like Mickey Mouse at this point.
Looks like a little sticker. She makes like stickers and paint. See? Oh, it's cute. Why are you laughing?
Because I don't want it sit next to her. No, mine is like, it looks like Mickey Mouse.
We'll put Shannon at her own table next time.
I don't want it next to you.
I think that's how she felt when we were making brushes.
No, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Something funky's happening with this top dot here. There we go. There, that's pretty good, if I don't say so myself.
Very nice.
Check this
Careful,
one
careful
out.
how you show people your finger.
Much better than my flowers.
Going for 2 hearts on one nail.
Whoa.
Oh, cute. So I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. You can do whatever you feel like doing. You can do hearts, you can do flowers, you can practice lines. If you want to try to duplicate one of these nails, go for it.
Oh, good.
What is yours?
It's terrible.
Oh, that's not bad. It's just little.
I don't like it.
I think.
I like it.
I'm gonna try doing a little one. A little heart.
Aw. See, now it's starting to get dry and I'm just poking at it.
Let it dry. You can fix anything when it's dry. Always
That's why I
gonna
keep
fix.
poking.
Or you can just keep poking that.
Stop poking, Shannon. Stop it.
I tried to create the magnetic.
I can't stop it.
You you need magnetic paint.
I'm doing
Yes.
another flower. I'm good at those.
It hurts.
I'm gonna try to flower a bit.
My nail has
Sorry.
personality.
It's alright.
She's bumping
Just
her
trying to
while
bump
she's doing
my
it.
nails.
Oh, little mustache.
Yeah, it's official. I'm definitely better at doing hearts than flowers.
I'm better at flowers than her.
You guys should do each other's nails and you can do hearts and flowers on each other.
Oh.
See? Oh, it's cute. There's some variations for heart. I don't know if you can see. You see this one? You can put like a little arrow
Oh
through it.
my.
Or you could try to outline it with your line brush. That can be a little complicated. Or you can just add some fancy dots. There's some variations. In about 2 minutes, you have about 3 more minutes of practice time.
Okay, I'm gonna try my right hand now.
Good luck. Just go like nice and slow. Slow.
I'm trying my right hand.
Oh man.
Already?
Yeah, I moved my thumb abruptly. Startled myself. Okay, that's not so bad.
And then I want to wait for it to dry slightly and then use the toothpick to do the flower. Just wait a minute or two.
What's the most difficult design you've ever done?
Ninja Turtles.
Really?
Yeah. Ninja Turtles. Which
Did you
is,
do that on your own nails?
I did the whole turtle body and the little face and the mask and everything.
Wow.
Pretty
Wasn't it for
sweet.
Halloween?
Nope. It was just for fun. Tuesday.
Just a nice
Just a
Tuesday.
But it's all dots and lines. Literally, almost any piece of nail art breaks down into some type of dot and line. It just connects together and looks like it's something else. But once you've learned these, the basics, you can do pretty much any of them.
Wow.
So you got about 1 more minute if you want to finish up the nail you're working on. And of course, you have some time after the session ends if you'd like to continue practicing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I've learned so much already.
I don't like the way these flowers look. Maybe it's just this nail polish color.
Let's see. I think they're sweet. Try different colors, see what you like.
Do I have time to?
Heart's gotta go. I feel bad smoking a pipe.
You did. What? She did a man smoking a pipe.
What was it supposed to be?
Well, it started as a heart, and then it
It transformed.
transformed into Colonel Sanders.
A man smoking a pipe. All right, good stuff. So if I can ask that we just place our paintbrushes down for a couple of minutes, we'll finish up and then I'll give you some time to practice. So I heard Shannon say she learned a lot of stuff today. Do you want to tell me something you learned?
I learned how to draw dots and lines
You did.
with these new paintbrushes that I learned how to make.
Excellent.
Yes.
Anyone else want to share something they learned?
I learned that how to cut the paintbrushes and how it can be actually very effective and inexpensive to just really do it by yourself.
Thanks. Anything fancy you want to share?
To use a card as a palette.
Yeah. Super good. Caitlin, anything you want to share?
Yes, I learned all of those things that were said. And that's it. Everyone covered everything.
The wax paper.
Oh yeah, the wax paper, using the
Some of the different
cards.
tools.
Yes.
So if we think back to our steps, ooh, everything's okay? Yeah. Think back to our steps for nail preparation. Do you remember how many steps there were?
Preparation.
Oh, there were 5.
I hear 4, I hear 5. Okay. Does anyone remember the first one?
Wash and dry your hands.
Wash dry your hands. Good. Second one. File. Yes. Third.
Cuticles.
Base coat. Cuticles are part of filing, so good. So the third step is base coat, and what's the fourth?
Applying the nail polish.
Basically like a little bit later. Tools. You want to have the right tools, right? You want to have the right paintbrush, the right techniques, the right tools. Good stuff. So it's safe to say that we can describe the steps for nail preparation. Do we know how to apply nail polish?
With the push and pull method.
The push and pull method. Great. Did we practice nail art basics?
Yes.
And what are they?
Dots and lines.
Dots and lines. Did we practice creating a nail art flower?
Yes.
How many dots are in a nail art flower?
6.
5. Good. 6.
Oh,
5 in the center dot. Good.
Oh, right.
And practice creating a nail art heart. How many dots in a heart?
3.
Good stuff. Well, thanks very much for coming to this session. I hope you found it informative. Like I said, you can feel free to hang out and do a little bit of practice after if you need. But that concludes our session.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.